Back in 1989, Upper Deck released its first ever set, a checklist containing 800 different baseball cards. Most of us in the hobby are familiar with card number 1, Ken Griffey Jr., but there are actually quite a few valuable cards in the set, including some variants as well as errors. In today's video, we're going to cover the top 30 most expensive cards and a few honorable mentions in this iconic set. We'll be taking a look at both the PSA 10 Pop as well as 10 and 9 prices. Let's jump right into the set. All right, let's jump right into this list. So first, a little background information about the set. It's an 800 card checklist. The first 700 cards are considered low series in here. The last 100 are considered the high series. And within high series packs, you could also get low series cards. So some packs only had cards up through card 700. The last one had 700 through 800, right? And then also for this video, the rankings are going to be focused primarily on the PSA 10 price. 9 is also going to be factored in, but obviously much more emphasis on the 10 because it is junk wax era and people really chase the 10s. A few cards people chase for 9s as well. So let's jump right into it. Our first card is going to be Craig Biggio, card number 273. The PSA 10 pop on this is $1,489. The 10 going for about $30. PSA 9, you can find that under $10. Nolan Ryan, number 669. One of the few Nolan Ryan cards in the set. I think there's, 3 or 4. We'll cover most of them in this video. Regardless, the PSA 10 pop on this card is only $165. The 10 price, $30. Also 9 price, about the same as Biggio at $10. George Brett, card 215. PSA 10 pop, about the same as the card number, 217 of these out there. 10 price is about $30 with the 9 price going for about $11. Card number 440, that is Barry Bonds. The PSA 10 pop on this one is $251 with the 10 going for about $30. PSA 9 is about $10. Ted Simmons, card number 570. The PSA 10 pop much lower at $56. 10 goes for about $35 with the 9 going for about $10. Greg Maddux, who had a rookie card a few years earlier. PSA 10 pop on this one is $246 with the 10 going for about $35. The 9 price also around $10. Alan Trammell, card number 290. PSA 10 pop $251. The PSA 10 price at $35 with the 9 price selling for $12. John Smoltz, card number 17. I was actually surprised how early in the list this is because it is a rookie card. And the pop on this one is $2,641 with the 10 going for about $35. The PSA 9 price is $12. Dave Winfield, 349. PSA 10 pop on this one kind of low at $48. The 10 price is only $40 though, and the 9 goes for about $10. Mike Schmidt, card number 406. PSA 10 pop is $185. 10 price $40. And PSA 9 price $10. This is quite late in Mike Schmidt's career. And Tony Gwynn, PSA 10 pop on this one is $183. PSA 10 price $40 with the 9 going for about $10. Jose Canseco, card number 371. Kind of surprised me how expensive this is in comparison to some other names on this list, especially since Canseco is not in the Hall of Fame. But he does have a lot of collectors out there still. Regardless, PSA 10 pop $115, PSA 10 price $40, PSA 9 price about $10. Andre Dawson, the Hawk, card number 205, PSA 10 pop on this is only $65, with the 10 going for about $40 and a PSA 9 going for about $12. Bert Blyleven, card 712, so one of those high series cards out there. The PSA 10 pop on this is only $50. The 10 goes for about $45 and the 9 is about a $10 card. Dale Murphy. So Dale Murphy's going to be featured twice on the list. There's one no error card, and then we're going to see an error quite a bit later in this video. Regardless, the PSA 10 pop of the no error is $227, with the 10 going for about $45 and the 9 selling for $10. Bo Jackson, number 221, one of the most iconic players in the junk wax era. PSA 10 pop $361. PSA 10 price $45. If you want to get a 9, only $12. Ryan Sandberg, card number 120. PSA 10 pop out of this is 130, with the 10 going for about $50, with the 9 price going for $20. This kind of surprised me. I would have expected Sandberg to be a little bit earlier in the list in comparison to where he is at. Alan Trammell, card number 690, PSA 10 pop 32. The 10 goes for about $50. What I found interesting is like this specific card itself, there's been no 9 sales since 2016. At least that's what the comping tool I was using told me. Regardless, on this side of things, I think this card will slide down a little bit in the list, meaning like it'll show up earlier, like maybe around 25 or 30. I just don't think there's a lot of these that are graded out there, and because of that, that's why the 10's a little bit more expensive and with really no 9 sales. But if there's more that hit the market, this price is going down. I don't think a lot of people are going after these specific checklist cards. We saw the Nolan Ryan pretty early in the video, and obviously Nolan Ryan outsells Alan Trammell. All right, let's keep moving forward. Ricky Henderson, card 210. Ricky just passed away, but regardless, I took a look at some of his other prices as well in this one. The PSA 10 pop is $89, with the PSA 10 price going for about $50, and the 9 selling for $15. And this is back when he played with the Yankees, one of many teams that Ricky played for. Don Mattingly, number 200, another Yankee. The pop on this is $137, with the 10 going for $60, and the 9 price selling for $15. All right, before we jump into our top 10, let's take a look at some honorable mentions. So up first, Cal Ripken Jr., card 467, PSA 10 pop 326. Quite a lot of these out there. 10 goes for about $25. The 9 sells for about $10. Edgar Martinez, I do believe this is also a rookie card. 232 for the PSA 10 pop. PSA 10, $25. PSA 9, about $10. Wade Boggs, 389. PSA 10 pop on this is 101. 10 goes for about $25. 9, $15. Kirby Puckett, card number 376. PSA 10 pop 214. 10 goes for about $25. 9, about $10. Ozzie Smith, 265. PSA 10 pop 136. Again, around that $25 for 10, about $10 also for the 9. I know I put 8 there, but what you'll notice is a lot of the honorable mentions, $25 for the 10 and $10 for the 9s. Kind of going rate. Gary Sheffield, rookie card on here. One of the first rookies in the set. Card number 13. This is the no error. Well, you'll see the error a little bit later on in the video. The 10 pop on this is $2,892, with 10 going for $25, 9 about $8. Omar Vizquel, card 787, also I believe one of the rookie cards in the set. PSA 10 pop 1151, with the 10 going for $20 and the 9 going for about a solid $5. Man, that's terrible return on your grading price. But yeah, let's jump right into the top 10. So up first we have Mark McGwire, card number 300, 164 of these out there in 10 grades. The 10 goes for about $65, a 9 goes for about $10. Then we have Fred McGriff, card 671. Another one of these checklists out there, I just don't think there's a lot of 10s out there, which is the reason why it's quite expensive. Also, this is an early McGriff card, but he does have earlier. 10 sells for about $70, 9, $10. Nolan Ryan, 145. I love this pose on here. This reminds me of like Pitching Ninja on Twitter. If I remember back in the day watching how like the movement of some of the pitches, kind of like that with multiple images of Nolan Ryan. Regardless, almost 900 of these out there in PSA 10s, which is a lot, but the 10 still commands $75. A 9, unfortunately, you barely get your grading costs back at $15. Greg Jeffries, card number 9. Good old Greg Jeffries, one of the biggest prospects in the junk wax era. Didn't pan out. PSA 10 pop 102. 10 price kind of surprised me. $80 these are going for right now, which seems a bit inflated. I didn't expect this to be an $80 card. And 9 sell for about $15. Another Nolan Ryan card, 774, throwing the football. 757 pop, $90 for the PSA 10, and the 9 goes for about $20. Fred McGriff, card 671. Again, McGriff's kind of expensive in this set. PSA 10, 71 out there. PSA 10 price, $90, with the 9 going for about $10. Randy Johnson at card number 25. There's 5,415 of these graded out there, with the 10 selling for about $100, and the 9 is $15. I think this is a bargain in comparison to Ken Griffey Jr. prices. You'll see that in a second. But yeah, Randy Johnson is a top 10 pitcher of all time. It just feels like he doesn't have a ton of respect in the hobby still, unfortunately. Gary Sheffield. So the error on this card is if you go over here, this SS is upside down. It's kind of hard to tell at first unless you have these side by side, but it is a hard error card to find. The PSA 10 pop on this is $34. The 10 sells for about $500, with the 9 selling for about $35. So always check your Gary Sheffield rookies if you do have one of these in a bargain bin or anything like that, because if you have the upside down variant over here, you've done well, because I mean normally his other card is what, $1 card, $2 card. This is a lot more expensive, especially if it is gradable. Dale Murphy, another error. So this is a reverse image on it. If you saw a little bit earlier in the video, it was flipped horizontally. So the PSA 10 pop on this is $135, but this is a really, really expensive card because a 10 sells for about $650 and a 9 sells for about $225. One of the error cards that people absolutely love. And while I'm at this Dale Murphy, I do want to say the video is not out yet, but I am having a error card video out soon on the channel. So if you're watching this in the future, make sure to check out the error video, because this Dale Murphy will be in that video. Same with the Gary Sheffield. The most expensive card, no surprise, this is going to be Ken Griffey Jr. Card number 1, the first ever Upper Deck card, released as part of a set. No, I believe they did have promo cards before this. Correct me if I am wrong, but PSA 10 pop out there, $4,190. The PSA 10 price out there on this card, $2,500, with a 9 selling for about $200. And yes, there are dual 10s out there for this Ken Griffey Jr. We featured them on the Junk Wax era eBay sales. So if you do like Junk Wax cards and videos like this, make sure to check those out, because I publish it every single month. Thanks guys for watching this video. I'm going to put another set here on the screen that I think you guys would enjoy checking out now, and I will catch you in another